Welcome back to Airecon 2024. I'm here with Matt, and we're going to take a look at War of the Worlds One More Day. Obviously, Matt, you've been very busy so far today.
Yes.
It's the first time we've managed to actually catch you with a bit of a breather, so apologies for taking up some more of your time.
No problem.
But tell us a little bit about the game.
Yeah, cool. So this is the first game I've ever designed, called War of the Worlds One More Day. It's been in development for too long. It's about 3.5 years now, but I'm really happy with the progress I've made. I'm at the convention now to show it off and try and get some follow-ins ready for a sort of Kickstarter or crowdfunding type of thing. So War of the Worlds One More Day is based on the novel by H.G. Wells, and you'll play as one of 2 Victorian survivors. So you'll play as a journalist or an infantry soldier trying to survive through the Martian invasion of Victorian England. So you play through some of the events that happen in the book. So heavily inspired by the original novel. You get to play through one of 6 different stories. So there's these story decks, and they'll take you to the different locations that you'll recognise from the book, like Horsell Common and Weybridge. And you'll be going, maybe you'll go to the coast and you'll be picking up an item for the soldiers to then try and destroy some Martians or whatever. So the stories take you on totally different crazy stories around the adventures in the War of the Worlds. So yeah, all the time you're playing against I didn't mention this, it's a solo deck builder. So predominantly you can play obviously with friends cooperatively, but it's designed as a solo game, and you play with your deck of 10 unique starting cards, unique to the journalist or the infantry soldier. You start with them and you build your deck by scavenging different items that you might find on your journey. And you're playing against the event deck, which represents the Martians, and also the fall of civilization. So you'll find, obviously, fighting machines and red weed and black smoke, all the really nasty things from the book. But you'll also find like gangs of ruffians and other ne'er-do-wells from Victorian England. But yeah, so you've got to survive through your story, achieve your objectives, staying alive all the time, just trying to survive one more day. That's the game.
That's it. So on average, how long does it take to do each of the stories?
So the stories are between, there's 6 stories in the core box, and they'll be between 45 minutes to an hour for the shortest, the simplest, up to, it needs a bit more playtesting, but it's like an epic 2.5 hour, like real crunch through, really long story. So between sort of an hour to 2.5 hours, and you can just choose. So you select your survivor, select your story, and off you go.
Brilliant. So you mentioned core box in there. I'm assuming there's plenty of potential there for additional stories, additional characters, that sort of thing?
Absolutely. So if this funds well, hopefully it will, if we fund this well, then there's definitely plans for like a priest expansion, which will come with a new survivor, a new deck for the survivor, a couple of new events, a few new cards to buy, and probably 2 or 3 new stories for that character. But also they can be playable by the other characters. So there'll be one unique to the character and a couple of generic stories that anybody can play. So it'll add more replayability back to the core game, and obviously new content. So yeah, we've got a priest one and an astronomer one in the pipeline. But yeah, could go for anything really, loads of other ideas. So.
Brilliant. So obviously, where can people find anything else they want to know about the game at the moment?
Yeah, so the best places to follow me on either Instagram or Facebook. So it's if you just search for War of the Worlds One More Day on either of those platforms, you'll find me. And if you can follow along there, that'll be awesome. That's where I'm publishing all my updates. I'm also now just got a page on Board Game Geek. So you can again search for War of the Worlds One More Day on Board Game Geek, and you can become a fan and subscribe on there for all the latest news. So yeah.
Perfect. And you say crowdfunding, do you know roughly when you might be looking for that?
I'm hoping to launch during the week of H.G. Wells' birthday, which is the end of September.
Very nice.
I thought it'd be a cool thematic launch week. So yeah, looking towards, hopefully, if all goes well, end September.
Brilliant. So obviously we'll put all those links down below, so if you want to check that out. So Matt, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Obviously check out that campaign when that does eventually launch, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.